seen the pyramids, but I still don't understand
how they got
there and how they were built, especially in the time period where they were built and the technology they so-called had.
But we've had this conversation before. The technology was elite back then. We've regressed. Trust me,
Have you seen like a video of like how they think the pyramids were built?
I've seen a few in terms of they thought they had giants.
Yeah.
So they had giant people that would be able to lift these stones.
So then what happened to the giants? Why don't we have giants anymore?
This is what I want to know. Then they said, oh, it was just loads of slave labor. So literally loads of slave labor. But I was like, the brick size, it doesn't make sense. You still couldn't lift this many with people. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You can't get underneath this without like 20,000 people and then put it in place and then carry on going up. Cranes. Like, how are you lifting it to...
And that they're so perfectly positioned.
Exactly.
Because if it was slightly off, the pyramid's it's not gonna look straight.
It can't be a pyramid.
It can't be a pyramid.
And that no one's been able to build anything in that shape, I don't think. That size.
That size, yeah. But then what would we need it for?
No, we wouldn't.
Well, what did they need the pyramids for?
I really should know this, but I don't.
I don't know.
I feel like pyramids were tombs though, weren't they?
Yeah, but
I thought that's
like we've got graveyards. You don't need that magnitude of a structure.
But it's now we recognize people in there because of what it is. So to be remembered.
Of course, and obviously most of them. I guess it was more of like
Don't worry about it.
You know, because they were pharaohs and they were royalty. You would have a bit more of a grander, you know, ceremony and everything else and burial site. But and I guess also because they were buried with all their riches.
Correct. That's why they needed the space.
So they just needed storage.
Yeah.
But why in the shape of a pyramid?
That's what we need to... The pyramids are the most like interesting thing to actually look into because no one ever's going to tell you how. No one knows.
Yeah.
People think they know.
Yeah.
But no one really knows. And then when you look into it, you're like, oh, this is going to just send me more mad because I just think technology was so far ahead of what we have today.
So why do you think we've regressed?
Why do I think we've regressed? I just feel like...
Or the technology we need now is different to what we needed back then.
Yeah.
Because now we have like AI.
Yeah. I also feel like we don't use our brains as much now.
No. I think that's the main reason why they've created AI. Because they don't want to think.
Yeah.
And if everything's done for you... Yeah.
That's the thing. So I feel like they were using the maximum amount of their brain power to think of these things, and I don't think they had a choice. Because you got to remember, like, the people that invented half of the things that we have today that we look at common things, they were a light switch. A light. Like, look how common that is. Oh, it's just a light. But before we had a light, they had candles.
Yeah.
So just to think about those sort of things is crazy. Just to think about someone, the first person to say, oh, there's going to be 24 hours in a day, from looking at the sun. The sun used to tell the time.
It did, but then going off that, we could go on calendars.
Correct, but then obviously you have to... Then someone made... This is what I'm saying. There was a person that said, we're in August right now.
Yeah.
There's a person that said, oh, this season is autumn. This season is... Like, all these things that we live by, someone has created. And... they had to be using like maximal brain capacity to get to these levels. Whereas I don't think that anymore. Life's too easy. It isn't, but it is.
But most things are done for us.
Yeah. And no one has... If you don't want to, you don't have to. Back then, I think if you don't want to, you'll die.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So...
But then I guess also we've kind of cheated natural selection. Because... I was thinking about this the other day, actually. Like, in the animal kingdom, if you're injured and you don't recover quickly enough, you die. If you're not a good hunter, you die. So then most animals, when they procreate, they have great genes.
Mm-hmm. They
Whereas
have to.
with us,
It could be. It can be whatever.
Just whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need athletic genes anymore. You don't need to be super intelligent.
Yeah, it's true.
And then we just get dumber and dumber as a population.
Because you don't need to.
Yeah.
And everything is being given to a lot of people. So, and they're having more offspring, and it's just like, okay, cool. Well, you can live like this, so you don't have to. Whereas when you're looking to get further up the scale or do things, I feel like you have to.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my thing is. I just think like there's a lot of people that just don't have to do much to get by.
Yeah, they just go by every day and survive.
This is it.
Yeah. They don't even need to do anything to survive because you just go to the supermarket, buy your food. Mm-hmm. You don't even need to know. You don't even need to know how to cook.
No.
You just order takeout.
There's no survival skills.
No.
There's no actual. You don't need skills of any capacity to survive in the world today. Well, let me not say in the world today. In the UK, in the USA, in like the main countries where stuff is given to you.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Overseas, I feel like in Africa and that sort of stuff, they're really, really still.
Yeah, they're still a lot more rural.
Yeah, really surviving and understanding living off the land and the way of life.
Yeah.
Whereas us, we're in the privileged positions to go, okay, if I don't want to do that, I don't have to. If they don't do it, they might actually die.
Yeah, that's very true, actually. That's actually funny because I remember when I went back home and my nan used to have a farm. And like it was just so normal for me growing up seeing her just go to the back garden and kill a chicken, and there we go, we had chicken soup, like and I've killed a chicken, I've like made a chicken, cleaned it, degutted it, everything, and like to me that was just so normal,
right? And
then the amount of people I've spoken to and told that story to,
and, they go,
and
how
they're
could you
just
do that?
like, that is insane. But you love chicken,
right?
But you wouldn't kill it
because it's not their way of life.
It's not their way of life, but it's like if we didn't have supermarkets, how
else would you get your food?
Because all of a sudden you can't have emotions and you can't be like, oh no,
yeah,
I feel bad for the chicken, because then be a pescatarian.
But then you got to kill a fish.
If you feel bad for every animal, then be vegan.
But then it's not conspiracy, but how many vegans were there back in the day? Do you get what I mean? Like, I feel like veganism is new.
I don't know.
I feel like veganism is new.
Because look at the shape of our teeth. They're closer to herbivores than they are to carnivores.
But we're not eating it raw.
We're not.
That's the difference.
But back.
Yeah.
Back.
They were eating it raw.
Before they invented fire, they were eating it raw. Obviously, with evolution and with you not having to use certain things anymore, the structure of your mouth is going to change.
Right. Also, our mouths aren't used to kill.
That's true.
That's also a big difference. Because if our mouths were used to kill, then we need them.
Yeah.
But these animals, source of like life. They need to kill animals with their mouths. Yeah.
But then they also have, realistically though, humans weren't really built to kill, if that's the case.
No, we weren't.
Because we don't have like claws. We don't have, yes, we have nails, but they're not very sharp.
Yeah.
Our teeth aren't sharp. Our mouths are not big enough to, open as wide as other animals.
We have the ability to kill everything now.
We
not
do.
with our bare hands.
Yeah.
But that goes back in the day when they were killing animals with spears.
But so then I guess we were smart enough to create tools.
Yeah, because you can't give the animal everything.
So do you think our brain has shrunken?
No, I feel like, do you know what? As much as we've regressed, I feel like we have a select few that still use the maximum capacity because they have to. Because to build the iPhone, you need the maximum capacity of your brain. But whoever knew we'd have a phone without buttons? Like now, if you have buttons on your phone, people are looking at you funny.
Like, why can I hear you typing?
Did you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So we never thought we just see a phone screen, Face ID, pay with your phone. Like this is we're at a new level of.
So then surely we're just using a different part of our brain rather than the primal.
I get that, but we're also way behind China and Japan. Do you get what I mean? So that's where I'm like, back in the day, they could have really been so far ahead, because how are we still so far behind Japan, China, and that sort of stuff? Because we shouldn't be, but we are. They're like living in 2050.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they've got transferable energy from their footsteps. They line up cities with electricity. Like electric cars feel like they're new in this country.
And yeah.
Do you get what I mean? They've been there. So I feel like a lot of those things is like, that's why I can see there's a regression in the humans.
Yeah, and how smart we are. Or at least how much we're bothered to use our brain.
Correct. ChatGPT is free.
That is true. But then I also think that leads us into another one. Our phones and the government. I feel like a lot of us use ChatGPT for a lot of things. And it is really helpful. But then, is that just a way for the government to get extra information on us?